We welcome you into the postgame show. Your Northern Arizona Wranglers get the win tonight inside Lee's Family Forum in Henderson, Nevada. They defeat the Vegas Nighthawks by the final score of 58-52 to improve to 7-3 on the season. And Ed, it was a magical second half tonight for the Wranglers.
JP, what a second half it was for the Wranglers. They come out right off the first play of the second half. Josh Jones hits RZ McCorker for a 26-yard touchdown, and you knew that NAZ was in business. They were not playing around. RZ with the fantastic one-handed catch. He got in the end zone for the touchdown, and you know things were kind of rolling. We'll see it right here.
What a grab right there by RZ.
Great job.
Unbelievable job.
And JP, what did we say? We said that the team needed to start off fast. They needed to throw the football down the field. That's exactly what what they drew up. And as far as the touchdown, JJ hits McCorker for the touchdown, and they were off and rolling. That was a great start for NAZ to get that touchdown as they were able to get off there. Great play by the offensive coordinator, Rod Windsor, to get them on the board.
Great play calls all throughout that second half by Coach Rod Windsor. Another touchdown up next for the Wranglers. It was David Elder out the left-hand gate there, and he got the scoring continued there in the second half for the Wranglers. And they just put the hammer down there in that second half, Ed, and the defense continued to play exceptionally well in that second half also.
They did, but let's give credit to Josh Jones for making that completion on fourth down to Kobe White, which extended that drive, which allowed David Elder to get that touchdown run. So we got to give credit for being able to convert on fourth down. I know they mentioned on the broadcast, Ben mentioned it, that we had struggles on third and fourth down, it's been a struggle for us all season to convert on third and fourth down. So the ability of the offense to convert on fourth downs, allowing that drive to move on, and then David Elder gets that touchdown run. That was huge for NAZ tonight.
Absolutely huge. And Josh Jones just picked up right where he left off in last week's performance, garnering himself the IFL Offensive Player of the Week. And he added 2 more rushing touchdowns in the second half. Here's the first one. How about JJ just laying that thing right over the goal line, and we just continue to see the toughness. He won't back down from anywhere.
Again, just the toughness of Josh Jones, knowing, again, he's going to get that contact, and he's able, as you mentioned, to extend the football over the plane of the end zone and get into the end zone for the score. What a great play by Josh Jones to call his number, a number he's called so many times this season. When it comes to rushing the football, Josh Jones was money when it came to running the football tonight, and they needed that score for the Wranglers.
We absolutely have to give a shout-out as well here for a moment to our Director of Communications, Mr. Tucker Welch, who was kind enough to provide us with these highlights here for us to be able to have in the postgame. Up next for the Wranglers, it was Josh Jones to John Maldonado. Check this out. Maldonado just breaking loose from the tackler there at the end of the play. And that's number 11 doing number 11 things. And this young man has been nothing short of impressive all season long.
JM has been so special on the offense for the Northern Arizona Wranglers. But Josh Jones, seeing that pressure coming from the linebacker straight up the middle, coming straight up that A-gap, Jones was able to backpedal just for a little bit, let that thing fly, and he knew that let John Maldonado do the rest. Maldonado got behind that defensive back. He made the catch, and as we saw on the play, he got that separation, got his way into the end zone for the score.
Ed, we talked about the special teams play tonight for the Northern Arizona Wranglers, and specifically Axel Perez. He came up huge in the second half. 3 drop kick 2-pointers for the Wranglers, and that proved the victorious score right there. We beat them by 6, and those were all off the leg of number 24, Axel Perez. What a performance tonight from him.
I mean, JP, as you mentioned, essentially that's a touchdown, right? That's 6 points. Yep. That is a touchdown. And compare that as many times as we talk about it every week, the importance of special teams coming up and stepping up big, just like the offense and defense. Axel Perez was perfect. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think he made all of his extra points. And, he made 2 field goals, all of his extra points, and those 3 big drop kicks in the third and fourth quarter. That was huge, considering Kevin Macias had struggled mightily for Vegas tonight. And of course, Mike Davis trots him out there. He kicks a field goal. Yes. He ties it at 42, and just the drama. And then Macias kicks a deuce to give them the lead. Of course, that would happen in Vegas, right?
What a game tonight in Henderson, Nevada. Let's take a look at the final rushing touchdown from who else? Josh Jones.
Of course.
Just running through tacklers. JJ on fire right there. And he just continues to play really well for this Northern Arizona Wranglers ball club, and we're blessed to have him on the roster.
Oh yeah, and like Ben and Justin were saying on the broadcast, that was something that was designed that Vegas was going to let Josh get that score. It was either let him get that score or let Axel Perez come out there and kick the game-winning field goal, knowing if they let Josh Jones get that score, they've got time on the clock to run down the field and potentially get a game-tying score, maybe force the overtime. So those are the kind of roles that Mike Davis was able to say, okay, go ahead and let Josh score on this one, because that's going to give us more time on the back end for Jorge Reyna to drive our guys down the field and what they hope was a score.
The Wranglers improved to 7-3 on the night. They'll have a fun bus ride back to Prescott Valley later on this evening, I would imagine. But the Wranglers improving to 7-3 on the young season. They hand the Vegas Nighthawks their first home loss of the season, which is also their second consecutive loss after starting out the season on fire at 7-0. So who knows what's ahead for this Northern Arizona Wranglers club. They just got to continue to improve on their play, and they played really well tonight in Henderson, Nevada. Let's take a short commercial timeout and return for more of the postgame show here on the Northern Arizona Wranglers YouTube channel, X, and Facebook. Stay with us.
He's here. Anyone want a Coors Light? Light? Oh my.
Beautiful.
Oh, shoot, I forgot to play the song.
Thanks, LL Cool J.
I got a guy who can fix this.
We welcome you back to the Northern Arizona Wranglers postgame show. Your Wranglers victorious tonight over the Vegas Nighthawks, 58-52. Ed, what a fine performance in all three phases. We talk about it every single week, and that's what it takes in this IFL to get the win. The parity has never been like this before in this league. I mean, these games come down to really the final possession in almost every one you watch these days, and the Wranglers got it done when it counted the most.
Yeah, just when you think they're done, because Vegas goes on a 10-0 run, and you're like, oh my gosh, it was 50-42, and then they get a touchdown, they get a 2-point conversion, and then they hit the deuce. They're up 52-50. Oh my gosh, how the momentum can swing in a football game. But again, credit NAZ. They did not fold. They did not say, oh, woe is me. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. The sky is falling because we gave up 10 points like that. I love the resolve of this football team, folks, and JP, that they were able to just move the football down the field. And Josh Jones, again, grew up in front of our very eyes. Another fantastic performance by JJ. I love the fact he got touchdowns and he didn't throw interceptions. He was smart with the football, as he's been all season long. JJ just moves his guys down the field. He doesn't make dumb decisions. He doesn't force the ball where it should not be forced. And JJ, again, just another incredible performance on the road against a quality football team in the Vegas Nighthawks. As you mentioned, JP, their first loss at the Lee's Family Forum.
Exactly right, and we've got to give credit where credit is due. Coach Les Moss and this staff just able to continue to find these players that have previously been kind of unheard of. Josh Jones coming to us from the University of North Carolina, Pembroke, and he comes in here to the IFL his rookie season and is literally lighting up this league.
Yeah, and how big was Kalen Hicks at that linebacker spot? 21. He was big tonight. He got after Jorge Reyna as much as possible, but 2-1 was a big factor defensively, along with his other brothers. But I want to shout out 21 for his great play at that linebacker spot. And
Had to feel good for Kalen Hicks, at being a former Vegas Nighthawk, to get the win there in Henderson tonight. So that just great plays all the way around here tonight for the Northern Arizona Wranglers. Many games in the IFL tonight. Let's give you some scores. Yesterday, it was the Quad City Steamwheelers defeated by the Green Bay Blizzards 64-36. And then earlier today, the Arizona Rattlers traveled to Jacksonville, Florida, where they beat the Jacksonville Sharks 62-41. The Iowa Barnstormers narrowly getting away with a win, 47-45 over the Sioux Falls Storm. Staying in the Eastern Conference, the Massachusetts Pirates fall to the Frisco Fighters in Frisco, Texas by the score of 52-48. And the San Diego Strike Force defeat the Tulsa Oilers in Oklahoma by the score of 42-34. But tonight, it's all about your Northern Arizona Wranglers as we improved to 7-3 on the season. And these guys are clicking right now, Ed.
Oh, yeah. Big win, especially leading into the bye week. And then after the bye week, of course, we'll go to Glendale for our first time meeting the Arizona Rattlers at the Desert Diamond Arena. It'll be a short trip for you and I, JP, just about 15, 20 minutes to the Desert Diamond Arena. But yeah, what an incredible victory. I know that bus ride home will be great tonight. I'm sure that the fellas will travel home tonight, but what a great victory over, again, a 7-1 football team. What more can we say? They bucked up when they needed to. They made the proper adjustments that we talked about at halftime, moving the football down the field. They forced the issue. Josh Jones threw the football. I love the fact that he got aerial in the second half, and then the defense came up strong as well.
I'll credit that point as well, Ed. They weren't afraid to take shots down the football field in the second half, which they knew they had to do, and then the defense was able to keep the pressure on that Vegas Nighthawks offense and really get in the backfield a number of times and disrupt things for Reyna and that offense. And
then, of course, 2-4 was probably probably our MVP of the night. Those 3 drop kicks in the second half, that provided the distance in the game. That was the 6 points that we needed to get the victory. And with him hitting all of he was perfect tonight. I'm going to go ahead and say I don't think he missed it all tonight. The 2 field goals, those 3 drop kicks, and all of his extra points, that compared to what Kevin Macias was doing on Vegas's end with his struggles, it's just those little margins, JP and folks, those are the slight margins that can decide whether you win or lose. And that's why NAZ is getting the victory, because those special teams, 24 came up big tonight.
I am envisioning big number 99, William Martin, and 54, Tremont Lofton, just carrying Axel Perez out to the bus tonight out of the Lee's Family Forum into the bus, and that's the way it should happen tonight, because Axel Perez was truly magnificent tonight out there in his play against those Vegas Nighthawks. And congratulations to the entire staff and every single player on this roster. They really went up there and took care of business tonight. We are so proud of you guys.
Yep, and it showed that you needed an entire team victory. You needed everybody that had a uniform on, and everybody that was on that coaching staff, everybody on the training staff, everybody had to come together to get a victory over a outstanding football team in the Vegas Nighthawks. Nobody could take a night off tonight because Vegas was not going to give it up as well. Jorge Reyna threw an interception right off the bat, JP. They scored on their they scored on 7 straight possessions after that. That let me know that this team, the Northern Arizona Wranglers, again, they had to tighten things up. They needed to tighten that ship up because Vegas was not going to stop coming at you.
Nope.
So NAZ on the flip end, they could not stop coming after Vegas, and they did it.
They did a great job tonight. They'll have a bye week now, and a pretty good time for that bye week. Heal up any bumps and bruises sustained there in Henderson, Nevada tonight. And as you mentioned, get ready for that showdown against the in-state rival Arizona Rattlers coming up on Saturday, June 15th. We'll be out there at Desert Diamond Arena in Glendale for pregame, halftime, and postgame coverage. We hope you'll join us right here on the Wranglers YouTube channel. One more time, the Vegas Nighthawks defeated tonight by your Northern Arizona Wranglers by the final score 58-52. They improved to 7-3 on the season heading into the bye week. For my broadcast partner, Mr. Ed Cole, I'm James Poovey saying so long. Have a great night. Have a great rest of your weekend. And we will talk to you again in 2 weeks from tonight from Glendale's Desert Diamond Arena when we battle the Arizona Rattlers. Have a great weekend, folks. And as we always say, go Wranglers.